And they asked Trump, and he's like, "We're gonna count the gold." Every bar.
Has it been a long time since we've counted up our gold?
Well, the Treasury says they do an audit every year, but like, I want them to go in there and like pick every bar up and scratch it a little and like scan it or something. You know, I want somebody in there drilling holes through bars with a DeWalt.
There's like a one of the night guards there has like 4 Rolexes on. Like he's
right.
Like I wonder how it's done. I imagine a forklift where they could accurately measure the weight of the pallet. Like, how would you actually audit all this? I didn't think of Kyle's idea that they'd be replacing the bar with like lead. One that had a lead core. Like I didn't consider that.
How do we get Nicolas Cage to be part of that?
He'll do anything for money.
Stealing of the bar.
If we give him a third of a gold bar, he'll do 10 movies on it. Like, they're stealing the gold.
That's Lethal Weapon. That's Die Hard. Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard 3, which is actually better than Die Hard 2, and some would say better than Die Hard 1 even.
I'm a purist. I've only seen Die Hard 1. Only will ever see.
Let me tell you, Bruce Willis teams up with Samuel L. Jackson. So here's the deal.
That's great.
The brother of the terrorist from the first one, Hans Gruber, his brother now wants to do 2 things. 1, get back at John McClane, played by Bruce Willis, and 2, steal all the gold and the New York Stock Exchange. Surprisingly, there's an enormous amount stored there. And so in the New York Stock Exchange, they have these underground vaults. It's the core plot of the point of the movie. But all that aside, he's planted bombs in schools, and he's making John McClane jump through hoops to distract the New York Police Department from his true goal of stealing the golden bars. So one of the things he makes John McClane do, actually the first thing he makes him do, is go to Harlem, to like the blackest, scariest neighborhood, in hhis boxer shorts and nothing else. And he's wearing one of those sandwich boards that you've got like shoulder straps, like suspender straps.
I've seen this meme. Yeah.
So you've got the board on both sides, and I think it says "I hate ninjas," but it doesn't say ninjas. It says that other word.
What does it say?
I just told you. And he's out there standing on the street corner, just looking terrified. It's great. That's how the movie begins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be a scary sandwich board to be wearing.
Yeah, they're like, go wear the sandwich board. We blow up the school, and he's out there like, fuck.
Depends where though, because I'd march all around New Hampshire wearing that for money.
Or
no one's gonna be mad.
Yeah, I think they will.
Chicago, well, they would be mad, but they'd be like tweeting about it.
I mean, they tried.
And I'd have my cool $1 million from whatever racist eccentric billionaire wanted me to walk around in New Hampshire with that sign on.
Yeah, it's a good movie though. You should watch more films.
Maybe. I'm just not as
Shorzy.
I'll do Shorzy first.
I got a new TV
Shorzy first, Terminator second.
Terminator second.
Again, I don't watch Canadian media products anymore. We boycotted them, but I will recommend a show on Netflix that I think is from Showtime with called Your Honor. It's got what's his name? Plays Walter White in Breaking Bad.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston is playing a judge.
God. Woody got you.
He's playing a judge in the show, Your Honor.
That's fair.
And the judge's son hit and runs a mob boss's son and kills him. And the judge is helping him cover this murder up. And it's so stressful. Every episode, I'm just like, oh, fuck, they're gonna get him. Fuck, they're gonna get him. They're always on the verge of ruining this because the son's terrible at hiding the crimes, and the dad's a judge and a smart guy to boot, and he's great at hiding these crimes, but he has to deal with the knucklehead son. And meanwhile, the mob is hunting them down to murder them. It's really good, and Bryan Cranston's great. It reminded me so much of Walter White, though. Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yeah, you'll get hooked from the very first episode. The first scene of the first episode is great. It's a really good show. I ended up binge watching way too much of it. That and Baldur's Gate
you seen
has
Patriot?
All my time. The Mel Gibson movie?
No. The Amazon Prime series from like 2017, 2018.
I haven't even heard of that.
It's about CIA non-official cover. I absolutely love that series. It sucks because it didn't get picked up for a third season, or they just decided to end on a really, I I would love if I could get the rights to it, do a crowdfunding for it or something. Like let's do it.
Mindhunters is the other one that didn't get picked up.
Really?
Firefly.
Is it good?
I think. Oh, I think that's David Finch. No, wait, hang on. Mindhunters on Netflix is tremendous. It's 2 seasons, and it's the early days of the FBI's behavioral criminology unit. Basically, that someone was like, maybe we should figure out why they're breaking the law. And so they started going to prisons and interviewing guys like Ed Kemper and other serial killers they'd caught to try to understand the psychological makeup of those types of serial killers. They coined the phrase serial killer, those investigators do.
Interesting.
And it's really good. It's a team of like a woman and there's a woman who I think is a psychologist, and then a younger FBI guy, and then like an older gristled, like more of a take it behind the building and beat the confession out of him kind of guy. And it's really good. Mindhunters is great.
That's epic.
I watched a little bit of that, but I didn't finish the series.
David Fincher, yeah, I was right. It's directed.
He just
by
died,
David
didn't
he? Did he?
Did he not? Am I thinking of a different director? Man, when I try and foray into entertainment, did he just die? There was some guy named Lynch. Lynch, is that a director?
Yeah, that's David Lynch. I don't like his movies and TV shows. They're weird.
He's the guy who just died then. Never mind. I'm sure David Fincher is alive and well.
He is. I think he's the one who did like 7.
Fight.
You know?
7.
And like Fight. He does the really dark, gritty stuff. So he did a great job with that TV show. But yeah, Your Honor's great. John Krasinski's great. Highly recommend that. That's my pick of the week.
Randomly, because I know I'll be bouncing